Righto, Year 12, I'm just going to go over finding the surface area of a sphere and a cylinder, doing the last 3 questions, or 3 of the last 4 questions from the work that we did on Friday. So I'm only going to do the second part because I just want to find the surface area, and this book takes you through step by step, but we're a little bit better than that. We can do it already on our own. So here we go. Let's have a look. This is exercise 2E, question 7 that we're going to do first. So it's a sphere, and it tells me the diameter. So straight away I know the radius is 8. So I've answered the first question. The radius is a half of 16. The radius is 8. And it asked me to find the surface area. Well, the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared. So 4 times pi times 8 squared. And that's pretty easy. Go to my calculator. 4 times pi times 8 squared. And I get 804.2. What are we going to? The nearest square millimetre, 24. So it's going to be 804 millimetre squares. And we check the answer to question 7. And we're right. So there's question 7. Let's have a look at question 8. A closed cylinder. Okay, closed cylinder. Has a radius of 7. So that's 7. And has a height of 10. We're just going to 8c because we don't need to bother about the other bits. We don't need to calculate them separately. We know that the surface area, which remember you get a formula sheet for, is 2 pi r squared, which is the formula for the 2 circles, top and bottom, plus 2 pi r h, which is the curved surface area. So that's the 2 circles, and that is a curved surface area around the outside, which is a rectangle. So 2 times pi times 7 squared plus 2 times pi times 7 times 10. Go to the calculator. 2 times pi times 7 squared plus 2 times pi times 7 times 10. And I get 747. What are we going to? 1 decimal place, 747.699. So that is 747.7. What are we in? Millimetres square. And we check the answer, and we're right. Now, the last one is a very, very important one. They've asked this one a couple of times, and you'll see when you come to class next that we'll do this question from the HSC class. So if you watch this video, you'll be better off. I wonder how many of you will have done that. So here we have another cylinder, but this time on top of the cylinder we've got a semisphere. Now I've drawn that really badly, but if you can imagine, there's a sphere on top of there. Okay, so what have we got to find? We've got to find the surface area. I'm just going to do 10b, the surface area of the composite shape. So what have I got? Well, this is where having an understanding of what the formula stands for is much better. I've got the circle at the bottom, I've got the curved surface area, but I don't have the circle at the top because it's covered by a semisphere, a hemisphere. So my surface area equals the circle at the bottom, the curved surface area, and then I've got half a semisphere or a hemisphere. Okay, well the circle at the bottom is pi r squared. The curved surface area is 2 pi r h. And then I've got a half times 4 pi r squared. Now, as long as I know everything, I only need the radius and the height. There are only two variables. So it's pi. What's the radius? Well, the diameter of the cylinder is 22. So the radius is 11. 2 times pi times 11. And the height of the cylinder is 15. Plus a half times 4 times pi. Now, what's the radius of the hemisphere? Well, the hemisphere sits perfectly on top of the cylinder, so it has the same radius. So 4 pi times 11 squared. And then it's just a matter of putting it into your calculator, making sure you don't press the wrong buttons. But please remember that this bit is the most important bit because it tells the examiner what you've done. So really make sure you show your substitutions. Show your substitutions. And then even if you get this answer wrong, you'll still probably get the majority, if not all of the marks. So pi times 11 squared plus 2 times pi times 11 times 15 plus a half times 4 times pi times 11 squared. And I get 2177. And what are we going to? 2 decimal places. 0.12 centimetres, is it? Centimetre squares. And the answer to question 10 is 2177.12. And we're exactly right. So if you've done this question or watch this video, you will be much better because we're going to do 2 of these from past HSCs next lesson. Okay.